I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to build a solid brand. That ways you can get more recruits using your social media account, right? So if you're using social media right now, if you're a life insurance agency owner watching this, and maybe you do have a brand, maybe you've been putting your face out there, but you haven't been getting any recruits and it's been a problem, you've been wasting thousands of dollars or hiring a VA that's doing posts for you, but it's not bringing you any recruits, then this is going to be for you. This is also going to be for you if you're maybe newer in the space as a life insurance agent, or maybe you're just very hungry and you're ambitious and you're tired of relying on like old, outdated methods. Look, I'm going to really just give you everything that's been working as far as what I've been testing, and so you're going to get a lot of value on this video. Now, the reason why you should listen up and turn up the volume on your phone or wherever you're watching this at is because I've already duplicated this process several times with people in my program. So what I'm sharing with you right here is not theory. This is stuff that's working, and it's basically pioneering how life insurance agents are getting recruits. And just for some results and like just proof to show you that this works before I even get into this, this is our appointment setting team. So I partner with a company that does all the appointment setting for you, meaning when you work with me and we generate the leads, we're just going to be booking qualified recruit appointments on your calendar. Now, if you decide to hire an appointment setter for yourself, I recommend you do it, because when you start generating leads, it'll save you so much time, so much headache, and that's just something that you definitely want to delegate. But our team is just booking so many qualified recruit appointments for our clients. You can see 41 appointments, 20 qualified appointments, and this is sometimes on a weekly basis. We've created literally several top recruiters in their IMO. Now, if you're watching this and you're not with one of these major IMOs like GFI, WFG, Experior, Primerica, like if you're something else, Globe Life, or even some others that I have talked to that are non-captive, captive, doesn't even matter. Like, this will work for you if you need to generate recruits. All right. This is modern day marketing, and your IMOs are not teaching this. And I'm just going to go straight into the results and exactly what you guys are doing. Right. So what you guys typically are doing, and if you're doing this right now, this will probably resonate with you. So literally, you guys are just doing job posts. Maybe you guys go to events in person. Some of you are doing tap rooting. Some of you have a really, really big market, warm market, to where you just talk to a lot of people and you're just bringing people in like that, right? Some of you are relying on referrals to get recruits, right? And this is basically what you guys are doing to grow your sales team, all right? The results that I've seen, guys, just because I've been doing this for so long, and maybe you guys can resonate with some of this, these things here are great, right? And you can definitely build a solid team from this. But let's be honest, when it comes to building a big agency, like, the more volume you have, typically the better, right? You find quality through volume. But especially true if you do job posts, this is really going to save yourself the money, save yourself the time right now. You're going to get very high volume of people reaching out to you. I'm talking about if you're using Indeed or any of like ZipRecruiter, any of these platforms where you can just put a job posting out there, you're going to get a lot of volume. Okay, so it feels good in the beginning, but what you'll notice ultimately, what I've learned from this too, is it's just a lot of low quality candidates that are literally just spamming, seeing whatever they can get, essentially. So you're going to get a lot of low quality, a lot of show rate issues. People aren't showing up. And ultimately, even if you do have 1,000 interviews come in, there will literally be such a small amount that will actually want to move forward, let alone stick around, because they're low intent people. Okay. And so what that basically means is, you're going to have a high drop-off rate. You're going to have a low licensing ratio. If you're doing internal consumption, you're watching this, you're going to have chargebacks, especially if you're not an experienced recruiter that knows how to properly set that up. Yeah, you're going to experience a lot of chargebacks from that. And ultimately, just unmotivated recruits that don't want to put the work in. I have analyzed this problem, guys, and I know how to get around this through branding. All right. So I'm going to teach you that in this video. So really, the reason why this is happening is because if you're experiencing this, usually the problem is embedded on this factor here. The people that are joining your hiring interviews, the people that are joining up with your culture and with your hierarchy, they don't even know who they're working with. They don't know who you are. They didn't have the opportunity to get a feel for you before the interview. They don't know what your culture is like. They don't know what your morals are like. They don't know what your ethics are like. And when you're just bringing these people on and they're super cold, you're really just crossing your fingers and hope they stick around, because they don't even know who they're working with. It's literally imagine you put a blindfold on and, you're imagining to, basically you're applying for all these jobs and you're going out into the market and you have a blindfold on, and then all of a sudden you have that blindfold on and you walk into essentially like a job. Let's just say it's McDonald's, right? And you're sitting down, you don't know where you're at, and you're sitting down in the McDonald's chair, and there's an interviewer that's sitting down right in front of you to ask you some questions, and they're asking you all these questions, and it sounds exciting, and it sounds like, wow, they're asking me such awesome questions, this is probably going to be a great job. And they're like, okay, you're hired, go ahead and take your blindfold off. and you take off the blindfold and you look around and you already have the job and you've already signed the signature and you're in McDonald's and you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I expected. I thought I was going to be somewhere else. I thought I was going to be in a different environment. I don't even like these people I'm working next to. I'm a lot older than these people that are working this job. Never mind, I don't want to do this. And so what happens? They quit, they ghost you, they sign and die. Now that's an extreme example. But that's why in recruiting, you have to build a brand. You have to build a face. That always, when people see your brand, they're like, okay, cool, I know who I'm working with. Okay. And so a lot of agents, this is immediately what you guys think, right? Like, oh, like if I just do more volume, my business will do better. Maybe your upline's been telling you, hey, like just do more volume, just run more people, recruit more people, just put your face out there, That's not true. Okay. Running more volume is not solving the real problem, right? If you're having a lot of recruits come in, but they're not sticking around, there's a deeper problem than that you have to analyze in your business. So one of the things that I've incorporated with all of my clients is reporting dashboards, right? If you're watching this right now and you're not tracking the numbers in your business, it's really hard to know how to scale and where the real issue is in your business, where the bottleneck is at. If you guys don't know what a bottleneck is a literal constraint in your business. It's a part of your business. It's a slice of your business where all the issues are happening that's hindering or stopping or preventing the growth and the scale of your business. And so when you incorporate a reporting dashboard, you guys can use a software like Notion to create a board that looks just like this. You can copy this one if you like. But what you guys need to be tracking is, let's say you have an appointment setter, let's say you're running ads watching this, or let's just say you're just running solely internal consumption and tap rooting. What you can be doing is tracking the amount of people that you guys are speaking to daily, every single day. How many people, how many leads came to me today? How many outbounds did we do today? Whatever the case is. Out of those, how many, like let's say we reached out to 10 people. Okay, let's just say we did 10 people that we reached out to today. How many of those 10 people were quality people? Now, if you're doing outbound, obviously you have control to go look for people on LinkedIn and stuff. But if you're running inbound traffic or you're running ads, you're going to be getting some people that are broke, unemployed, and low identity, right? So out of these 10 people, how many of them were quality people? Let's just say 3 of them were, okay? Let's say 3 of these people were quality. That tells me that for every 10 people that I'm getting from inbound traffic, 3 of them are good quality. From there, if you're watching this and you have an appointment setter, you need to be monitoring what that person is doing every single day in terms of how many people are they booking on my calendar daily. Let's just say out of 10 leads we get every single day or 10 reach outs, 3 of them are decent quality and they're giving us positive replies. And then I'm booking, 2 per day. Let's just say that's a 20% booking rate out of those 10, which is really good, okay? If you're booking less than that, you're either wasting money on appointment setting and you need to fire that appointment setter and do it yourself, or if you're doing all the appointment setting yourself and you're reaching out to 10 people and you're not getting at least 2 booked calls, that's a very small percentage. And realistically, you're going to get a very low amount of people that are just going to make it to your call. We haven't even got down to like close rate yet or licensing, okay? So 20% booking ratio, there's 10 people coming in daily. What about our show rates? Some of you guys watching this, you guys are maybe landing, 4 appointments a day for recruiting interviews using whatever you're using. What is the show rate? If you don't know what this number is, that's a massive problem. You have to know what the numbers are, right? And agents that work with me, they usually say things like, well, I feel like my appointment show rate is really low. As soon as I hear that word feel, I'm like, you're not tracking anything because feelings and logistic numbers, they don't mix. So the second I hear that, I know immediately that agent's not reporting and actually like monitoring the data. If let's just say only 3 out of 10 people that you're booking show up, there is literally a systematic and fundamental problem with your business. That number should be at least 70%. Now, I do have some best practices for like making sure that your show rate is healthy, such as manually sending reminders. If you're using like Calendly automations or you have a CRM that's sending out automations to recruits that need to show up to your calendar, a lot of the times Calendly doesn't do the trick. Calendly only allows you to have 3 reminders, and that's pretty much it. And sometimes people like don't respond to those 3 reminders. The next one is like you guys aren't doing manual or reach outs prior to that interview, right? I always tell my appointment setters that are booking recruits for my clients, make sure you do either a manual SMS text message to make sure that person is going to show up. And if they don't respond to it, you need to be calling that person and double verifying. Otherwise, you have a 50-50 shot of that person making it to your interview. Okay, so if only 3 out of 10 people that you're booking are showing up, you're losing a lot of money and you're wasting a lot of time because you put all that effort to get all those book calls. And then again, you have a very low show rate. And so we go back to this, let's say your show rate's like a 30%, 3 out of 10 people show up. Agents are saying, oh, if I just do more volume, my business will do better. No, your show rate is really, really, really bad. You need to solve the show rate, and all these numbers up here will fix themselves. Imagine we got your 30% show rate up to an 80 or 90%. Well, we didn't have to increase more volume for that. All we had to do was just fix this fundamental issue here. Okay, now you have more at-bats for you to close recruits. Perfect. Let's just say you're a great closer and you're closing at least 30% of recruits that show up to the interview. Well, great. Now if I have more people showing up, I can close more recruits, and now my back end, now I got more people coming through licensing. Do you see why it's important to track? And so you guys can copy this verbatim. This is like, you can use a Google spreadsheet. I like to use a software called Notion. But there's some formulas in here to where we plug this in daily for you, right? We make sure that any leads that my company's booking for you, like, it's just booked there. But I recommend incorporating this in your guys' business immediately if you're not tracking the numbers, so you can get to see, hey, like, where's my real issue at? Is it that we can't book leads? Is it that, my show rate's really bad? Am I not able to close any of these people? Maybe I need to focus on being a better recruiter and following the script that my upline gave me. Whatever it might be, you need to figure out what that issue is. Okay, now going into the real nitty gritty here, guys, on why you should be building a brand immediately after you watch this video. I want you to go to Google, like, seriously take the time to do this, because, like, if you actually care about what you do, you need to be doing research on your industry. Go to Google, look up Reddit, and search up your IMO, search up your company, and see what people are saying about it. Go ahead. And I've already done it, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've already Googled it, and you know what they're saying? They're saying a lot of bad things. People lack trust in your guys' company because there's a lot of bad recruiters out there, bad people that are, they're selling a big dream, they're not fulfilling. I want you to basically go do this for yourself. Actually take the time after this video, go look it up and tell me what you see. All right. Now, why is this important? Because you're in the IMO that you're in. You decided to be there. So you need to figure out what this world is thinking about the perceived perception of your company. This is going to tell you, hey, if people are thinking X, Y, and Z, then I better be doing a good job on the recruiting interview, covering those objections before they even land towards the end. Okay. And so ultimately, guys, there's a very big lack of trust in 2025 because, guys, there's so many people just like they shouldn't be recruiting, but they're recruiting. And because there's been bad recruiters that are lying and saying, hey, this is a job. Hey, they're spamming out job posts on Indeed, and they're just flooding in all these people with incorrect expectations. The drop-off rates are so high, and then they go on Reddit and they tell the reviews of what they thought about your company afterwards. So there's so much bad experiences being produced in the life insurance space, which is causing people to lack trust in your company. That is a massive problem, but there is a solution, and is building a brand. I'm going to go more in the depth of how you can do this right now. And so a strong brand, guys, it makes people come to you instead of you chasing them. That's number one. But not only that, it's not just designed to make your ego bigger if you're posting like nice high quality photos of yourself or videos. Some agents do this very incorrectly. They just post videos because they see somebody else doing it and they're like, oh, I better be doing it too. I want the fanciest editing. You're thinking about it the wrong way. Okay. A pro tip in branding, make it about the person looking at your content and less about yourself. Less about how your hair looks, less about all these little things about yourself. Okay, people that have been building a brand for many years, they make it all about the person that is watching their content, because you can use this as a tool to educate people. You can use this as a tool to warm people up before they get on your hiring interview. Okay, and ultimately what you're doing is you're dropping people's guards to build trust. All right, because again, remember, go to Google and look up Reddit, guys. I'm telling you right now, you can use a brand to handle some of the most common things that people are saying about your insurance space. If you don't build a brand and you continue not to listen to this video here, you're just going to keep grinding in cold market forever and have a broken business that literally can only scale using outdated methods from the 1990s. Guys, it's 2025. 2025, and I still hear insurance agency owners and agents, oh, we don't need social media. Oh, we don't need to do that. You are going to get left behind. Think about this. Remember back in the day when computers were not a thing? These gigantic corporations, these gigantic companies didn't have any technology. And there would be, like, for instance, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's a great example. If you guys know who Mark Cuban is, he's a massive billionaire entrepreneur. Started off in the tech space. He would go to these companies that didn't have any technology, and he would pitch computers to them. And the old guys, the guys from like the 40s and the 50s, the 1950s, they were telling him, oh, no, we don't need these computers. We don't need this stuff. Nah, we've gotten this far. I have personal assistants in here running all my stuff on pen to pad. We don't need any of that fancy gadgets. Imagine if Imagine if they never became better. Imagine if they started never utilizing some of the new things that the world was adapting to. They would have gotten smoked. They would have been Blockbuster. They would have been GameStop, right? Getting left behind, right? If you're a business owner and you're not adapting to modern day marketing, modern day things, modern cold market scale, AI, if you're not leveraging that stuff, it is literally, you are a ticking time bomb. And if you don't listen to this video now, your business is going to suffer. I don't care if it's today or if it's the next 5 years, you are going to get smoked, because I will tell you, so many agency owners that are going against the grain of their IMOs and leveraging new ways to bring in people at mass, you're going to get smoked. All right. So you need to literally change what you're doing. It's not going to feel comfortable, but look at what people are saying. I'll go ahead and do the heavy lifting for you. Go on Reddit. People are saying, oh, there was no support when I got started. My upline ghosted me. Oh, I just had to pitch my friends and family. It's a total scam. Oh, my upline, my recruiter told me this was going to be a job. I had no idea that that it was a commission only role. My upline sold me this massive dream. They couldn't fulfill it. It was a get rich quick scheme. There were so many hidden fees that I wasn't told about on licensing. They forced you to do X, which I wasn't even aware about. It feels like a cult, MLM, pyramid scheme. Guys, the list goes on. These are just like some of the top ones that I found in literally 5 minutes of doing research. This is what the market is thinking about your guys' company. This is what they think. This is why your drop-off rate is so high. That's why you need to build a brand. If this doesn't raise awareness, dude, I don't know what will. So if you're watching this right now, build a brand that handles literally all these objections. Like, make Canva posts. Have your social media manager create posts that will literally answer these common misconceptions about your industry. If you're not going to do this, you're screwing yourself. So I'm going to show you exactly a little bit more on the brand that we built for one of our agents and how it's working so well, so you get a live example of this. All right. Now, if you're saying, oh, Dylan, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to build a brand. I hear that all the time. It's not that you don't have time. It's that you don't prioritize it. All right. That's not an excuse. If you're saying I don't need a brand, again, it's just a matter of time before your warm market runs out, or you're just going to keep relying on outdated stuff. It's going to be 2030 in 5 years, and you're going to get smoked. You're going to get left behind. Some of you are thinking, Dylan, but what about how risky it is to do cold market? Right? My upline told me it's so risky to do cold market because people don't stick around, because you can't build a culture, all this jazz. But I'm proving this with my clients right now, and I'm telling you right now, I have all the proof in the world to show you the retention. This is because you have been doing recruiting with cold market without brand equity and running a system that supports cold market. If you try running a system that supports warm market and you try to use that same warm market system to do cold market, of course it's not going to work. Of course you're going to get people that quit. It's not, you don't have the right systems to support cold market. It's very important that you understand that. Now, look, this is a literal client of ours, non-tech savvy individual in the program. She just recruited literally in 7 days 4 quality recruit females. She went from literally doing everything her IMO told her. It wasn't working. She didn't have a warm market to even reach out to. And she was about to quit as a life insurance agent. And she just followed everything I told her to do. These are some of the templates that we gave her, guys. Let's just look at one of these examples here so maybe you can incorporate this in your business. So we like to do marketing that looks nice. It looks appealing. It's easy to read. It's bold. And it's just very clean looking, all right? We call this the no BS breakdown Canva formula, okay? And so the one that we're handling, one of the things I saw on Reddit was like, oh, these people lied to me about how much it costs to start as an insurance agent. So what we did, we created a post that looks just like this. How much money does it actually cost you to start your financial education business, your life insurance business? Swipe right for a realistic breakdown. Boom. Read the copy, guys. It's very good. So when I send thousands of people to Melissa's Instagram account that are within her niche, they're going to read this. Okay, they're going to read this and they're going to get warmed up. Oh, look at that. Boom. There's like the fees right there. There's no excuse for this person to have a sticker shock when they show up to your call, and boom, they're educated. They know exactly, okay, cool. This is how long it takes, how much money I could potentially make realistically. Right? Melissa's sharing how she was honestly skeptical with the model. It's building trust. That's dropping people's guard. It's handling the scam objection, all this kind of jazz. It's really, really good to understand, guys, that if you copy like a framework like this, if I were to send thousands of leads to your Instagram profile every single day, the first thing that those people are going to do is they're going to look for credibility with Melissa. They're going to go through her account and see, why should I trust her? What is she offering to the market? Why should I choose Melissa as a recruiter versus everybody else? Well, number one, Melissa looks very authoritative. Number two, Melissa is building brand equity. She's putting time into educating people. There's a reason for me to follow her. Okay. And that is literally changing the game for Melissa in my program. She's already, like I said, closed 4 directs from this, all cold market, and she hasn't been in the space for that long. It's a massive, massive win. Okay. Now, if you're that person that's still saying, man, dude, like I still don't know if social media is for me. I still don't know if I want to put my face out there. I've already seen success without doing social media. I want you to read a book. I want you to read a book. It's called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. I want you to read that book. It's an amazing book. And a lot of times successful people that have found success, they generate themselves. Ultimately what it is you're generating yourself a narrative that you already know what you're doing, and so you're not open to doing other things to scale quicker. And so you're really just putting a big bottle cap on yourself, on your growth, and on your business. Okay. One thing that I've learned in just being an entrepreneur myself is that you have to always be open-minded. There's never a day where you know everything. And I'm telling you right now, this book changed the game for me. I recommend you watch it. It is such a great book. So to wrap up this video here, what should your brand be doing? If you're going to go and make carousels similar to Melissa's, what should you be doing? What should you be saying? If you have a social media manager, what should you have them be posting? First thing to kind of kick that off, don't be posting like the rest of the life insurance agents out there, please. I'd say like 99% are not doing transparent marketing. They're literally just posting all kinds of crazy stuff. It literally is so purposeful. They're just posting just to post. Like there's no potency in it. There's no strategy. And so don't just copy somebody. Take the time to really think psychologically, why should I post this? Is there a purpose of me posting this post? The second thing, this is going to require you to go against the grain. All right, your upline has not done this. There's nobody probably in your IMO that's ever done this the way that, I'm showing you to do it here. Any client of mine, one thing that I notice about all my clients right now, they go against the grain and they're thinking ahead because they're sick and tired of like their IMOs telling them to do X, Y, and Z. And so they're saying, you know what, I need to try something different. Okay, those are the clients that work with me, are the ones that go against the grain, that are saying, I'm open to pioneering. I'm going to have faith in building a brand and doing something a little different. You're going to be the pioneers that hold the torch, that completely redo it for your own business. And then all of your downlines that are to come, you can now teach this to them. So that way they're set up for a massive win when they have to go recruit. They have to go build their own team. Believe me, guys, the life insurance space is stuck in like the 1980s, guys. It's crazy how outdated this industry is in. And so, my passion is to literally just remove all the cobwebs from your industry because there's a lot of them. All right. So make sure slide 1, you grab attention, you stop the scroll, right? There's a nice call out. There's a nice hook, something that gets people to want to stop scrolling. Next thing is call out what people are struggling with in your carousels or your videos, right? If you're targeting corporate workers, right, speak to the pain point of a corporate worker, of how they're in the rat race, of they're working that 9-to-5 cycle and they can't break out of it. Show proof to people that you've made money in this industry. Show proof that somebody on your team has made money, a screenshot of a commission check, because that's going to rebuild up that trust with people. Okay? And don't be afraid to actually teach something real. Teach something real, not like this surface level value, right? If you look at any of these testimonials that I just went over with you guys, or like for instance, her, I mean, look how realistic it is. Like she's actually walking through how she was able to help somebody make money, how long the average student takes to pass the licensing exam, what to expect when you work with me with the product training, ramp up, and client generation. Like it's just so transparent. It's so modern. It's so bold. And this is going to help you really land trust with any leads that you're generating from any source, which is why, guys, again, just make sure you're taking the time to build that brand, because it's not going to leave your business. People know you based off of your brand. Very important you understand that. And towards the end, make sure you always do a call to action. Have people comment, have people DM you a certain keyword to get on a call, or just make sure that there's some type of call to action leading them to like, hey, like if this post resonated with you, you learned something, DM me X, Y, and Z so I can take you to the next step further to changing your life and my opportunity, or booking a call. All right. So this is ultimately pretty much the whole essence of what I wanted to cover in this video. I hope this was helpful. As always, subscribe. If you want us to do this for you and you want us to handle all these objections that people are saying on Reddit, you want us to build your brand, you want us to go ahead and take care of all your social media for you, all the marketing for you, all the growth systems for you, there's going to be a link below this video. Just click that, book in a call with my team. We will speak with you and we'll be fully transparent exactly who this is for and who this isn't. And